Sometime around 2027, a new kind of intelligence could be born. It won't just change the world. It has the potential to create a class of trillionaires wealthier than most nations. A small group of insiders, including a former OpenAI researcher, think AGI on that timeline is strikingly plausible. If they're even half right, we're not talking about another tech boom. We're talking about the fastest wealth transfer in human history. The question is no longer if this is coming, but which side of it will you be on? In this video, I'll walk you through the 3-act timeline from today's agents to AI-accelerated R&D to a potential 2027 tipping point, and the investing roadmap that moves from chips and data centers to platforms and, finally, the real-world industries that will explode when this hits. At the very end, I'll also share with you my framework about applying agentic AI in investing with all the lessons I learned at MIT. Now, stick with me, because understanding what could happen over the next 36 months is critical. For decades, the idea of superintelligence felt like pure science fiction. But now, we're on a timeline that's accelerating faster than many expected. Just look at the events of the past year. On August 7, 2025, OpenAI launched GPT-5. It wasn't just another product release. It was a major leap that combined different AI capabilities under one roof, making advanced AI accessible to hundreds of millions of people, and firing the starting gun for a new economic race. This new era is defined by a powerful, albeit still theoretical concept: AI-accelerated AI R&D. Think about it. For all of history, innovation has been limited by the speed of the human brain. That bottleneck is starting to crack though. The theory is that AI systems are getting good enough to help automate their own creation, kicking off a recursive loop of self-improvement. This is the engine that some experts believe is driving us toward the 2027 event. The numbers are just staggering. Forecasts from firms like PwC project that AI could add over 15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. That's more than the current economic output of China and India combined. This isn't just another tech boom. This is a foundational economic shift, and those who own the infrastructure behind it are positioned to capture an enormous piece of that value. This brings us to the core idea of this video. The emergence of something resembling superintelligence could trigger an unprecedented wealth transfer. The unprepared may see their assets and business models become obsolete, but the prepared, those who understand the potential timeline and position themselves as owners, will have a once-in-a-generation chance to build immense wealth. Within the next minutes, I'll show you exactly how. To understand the investment roadmap, you have to understand how this might unfold. It isn't a single event, but something that will play out in 3 rapid stages. Act 1, late 2025 to early 2026, the age of agents. We're entering this phase now. Following the release of models like GPT-5, the focus is shifting from simple chatbots to agentic AI. These are AI systems that can plan, reason, and execute complex tasks with less human input. They're moving from the lab into the real world, becoming the digital employees that handle daily operations in major companies. They don't just answer questions, they complete a project. Projections suggest the market for agentic AI could soar, with some analysts forecasting it to reach over 42 billion by 2030. Companies are already using them to see huge productivity gains in areas like fraud detection and compliance. This is the phase where AI moves from a cool new thing to a core utility. Act 2, 2026 to 2027, the automation of innovation. This is where the acceleration curve will truly bend upward. The AI agents developed in the first stage may become expert assistants in highly specialized fields. Most importantly, in AI research itself. This is where the feedback loop kicks into high gear. Better AI helps build even better AI even faster. This isn't just a theory, it's becoming a national priority. The White House recently launched the Genesis mission, a national effort to use AI to automate scientific workflows and accelerate breakthroughs, treating it with the urgency of a new Manhattan Project. As AIs begin to master coding and complex research, the pace of discovery in every field could compress decades of progress into just a few years. Act 3, 2027 and beyond, the inflection point. Sometime around 2027, some experts believe we could hit a critical inflection point. This is what's been called the Superintelligence event, or singularity. Fueled by this recursive self-improvement, AI capabilities could surge from human-level assistance to surpassing human intelligence in almost any field. This is the core thesis put forth by influential thinkers like the former OpenAI researcher Leopold Aschenbrenner in his viral 165-page essay, Situational Awareness. He argues that the world has not yet priced in the sheer speed of this transition, which he believes is strikingly plausible by 2027. When an intelligence far superior to our own begins to operate, the economic and societal implications are staggering. It could solve problems we can't even properly define, from discovering new materials to revolutionizing medicine. This is the moment the trillion-dollar opportunities could truly be unlocked, because the value created will be tied to fundamentally new discoveries, not just optimizing what we already have. So let's dive into exactly these trillion-dollar opportunities next. Okay, let's take a little break before diving into the investment roadmap for the era of superintelligence. You know, people call us creators or influencers, but let's be honest, it's just a fancy way of saying slave of the algorithm. So please do me a huge favor and help me to please my AI overlord by hitting the subscribe button. Just a small click for you, but a big boost for me in the eyes of the algorithm. Also, don't forget to stick around till the end for my MIT playbook for applying agentic AI in investing. So, how do you invest in a future that's arriving this quickly? You don't chase the hype, first of all. You follow the timeline and consider investing in the foundational layers of each phase. Phase 1, the foundation, now to 2026. Right now, the single biggest bottleneck for AI progress is computational power. Trillion-dollar computer clusters will be needed to power this intelligence explosion. This leads to the most straightforward investment thesis: owning the picks and shovels of the AI gold rush. Because before any superintelligence emerges, the world must first build the physical machinery capable of supporting it. This means focusing on 3 core areas. First of all, semiconductors. The specialized chips, GPUs and TPUs are the engines of this operation. The companies that design and manufacture these are the absolute foundation of the entire AI ecosystem. Second, data center infrastructure. AI models need massive, power-hungry data centers to run. This includes everything from the real estate and cooling systems to the high-speed networking that connects thousands of chips. Number 3 are the cloud providers. The handful of giant cloud companies building and renting out this computational power. They are the landlords of the AI revolution, and their spending on AI infrastructure is already in the hundreds of billions. Investing here is about owning the physical reality of AI. No matter which AI model wins, they all need this hardware. Examples here include chip giants like NVIDIA, AMD, and TSMC, data center operators like Equinix, and cloud compute landlords such as Microsoft Azure and Amazon AWS. But raw compute alone won't capture the upside, because the real value shifts upward as AI moves from hardware to the platforms that control it. Which brings us to phase 2, the enablers, 2026 to 2027. As we move into the automation of innovation phase, the value starts moving to the next layer. While hardware is still critical, the focus turns to companies creating the agentic platforms and core AI models, the operating systems for this new intelligence. Look for businesses that are not just building models, but creating platforms that allow other companies to deploy autonomous agents. This is where the real value of automation is captured. Venture capital is already shifting from just building models to backing companies that are getting real enterprise adoption. The winners here will be the ones that become the indispensable digital workforce for entire industries. Think of companies building the agentic layer, platforms like NVIDIA's AI enterprise stack, Microsoft's Copilot ecosystem, and chip and platform hybrids like Broadcom and AMD, which supply the silicon and software under the hood of these autonomous AI systems. And once those platforms stabilize, the biggest wave of all hits: the industries that get transformed overnight when superintelligence goes mainstream. Phase 3. The Beneficiaries, 2027 and beyond. If and when superintelligence arrives, the largest fortunes will likely be made by those who apply it to transform legacy industries. The value creation becomes almost unimaginable. Think about it. For example, biotechnology. An AI that can simulate and test millions of drug compounds in days, not decades, potentially eradicating diseases and creating markets that dwarf anything today. Or energy and material science. The discovery of new materials or breakthroughs in energy production that could help solve massive global challenges. Or, number 3, fully autonomous systems. Beyond cars, imagine entire autonomous factories, supply chains, and corporations managed by AI for maximum efficiency. Investing in this phase is about identifying visionary companies in traditional sectors that are preparing now to integrate true superintelligence when it arrives. In this phase, the winners could be the real-world beneficiaries. AI-driven biotech firms like Moderna or Recursion, advanced materials innovators like First Solar or Cattle, and autonomy leaders such as Tesla, ABB Robotics, or Symbiotic. All industries that could explode once superintelligence starts accelerating discovery. If you would like to see me doing deep dives on any of the companies I've just mentioned, or even all of them, drop deep dive plus ticker or deep dive all in the comments below. Your wish is my order. But now, before you start thinking this is a straight line up, there's a brutal reality as well. Most people will still lose money in this boom, and for reasons almost nobody talks about. So this all sounds incredibly promising, but it's not a straight line up. The path to 2027 is littered with traps and immense risks. In fact, the whole boom has some analysts worried about a potential bubble already. Analyst firm Gartner has issued sobering predictions, forecasting that over 40% of agentic AI projects could be abandoned by 2027 due to soaring costs, unclear value, and complexity. The biggest risks aren't just technical, they are human. Number 1 is agent washing. Many companies are simply rebranding old tech as agentic AI without any real autonomous power, creating a hype bubble that could pop. Number 2 is security and governance. Autonomous agents create new vulnerabilities. A single compromised agent could cause cascading failures. And number 3, chasing the hype. Most investors may pile into the obvious apps and consumer gadgets, missing the foundational infrastructure where the real defensible value is being built. The current situation has even drawn comparisons to the dot-com bubble, with a few giant companies driving a huge portion of the market. The trillion-dollar fortunes will not be made by guessing which app goes viral. They will be made by understanding the deep structural shifts and owning the essential layers of this new economy. Okay, time for a conclusion. We are standing at a unique moment in history. The convergence of massive computing power, algorithmic breakthroughs, and unprecedented investment is creating a fascinating, world-ordering timeline. The 2027 Superintelligence event isn't a guarantee, but it is the logical conclusion of the trends some of the brightest minds are seeing today. The coming wealth transfer, if it happens, will be swift and unforgiving. It will favor the prepared and those who understand that in this new era, wealth may come not just from using the technology, but from owning it. The roadmap is clear. Start with the foundation, the hardware and infrastructure. Then, as the timeline progresses, move up to the platforms and finally the transformed industries. The question you have to ask yourself is not whether this will happen, but if you'll be positioned for it. If you want to keep getting insights on this technological shift and the strategies to navigate it, subscribe to the channel and join our Telegram as well, where you also get access to my secret MIT playbook for applying Agentic AI in investing. The link is in the description. Don't be a spectator, become an owner. See you in the Forge.